A devastated mom brought her daughter's coffin home before her funeral so she could spend one more night with her after she'd been killed by a hit-and-run driver. Claire Danks, 44, revealed how she slept on the floor beside 22-year-old Lauren Danks' casket after she was killed by Nelson Curtis, 64, who smashed into her car on the A11 at Barton Mills, Suffolk, while driving at 104 miles per hour. Bingedrinking Santas invade London for giant bar crawl. I just wanted the six of us to be together again for one last time, said Mrs. Danks, who has three sons, Kieran, 15, Bobby, 11, and Jaden, 8. My heart broke again, the boys talking to their sister. In her casket, her husband Robert Danks, 46, had told her the heartbreaking news Lauren had died on November 10, 2016, when he went looking for her after she was late home from her job at Center Parcs in Invade, Norfolk. He had stumbled across the crash site. More what do you lose when you leave a gang? When I saw Robert's face, as he got out of the car and walked towards me, his eyes red raw, my heart was sliced in two, Mrs. Danks, from Soham, Cambridgeshire, said. Holding my hands tight, he said, Lauren's been killed in a car crash? No, I howled. Not my Lauren, as we both sobbed uncontrollably. I broke the news to Lauren's brothers that she was dead the next morning. Seeing their pain made my own heart ache even worse. More what your mentally ill partner really wants and needs from you. Mrs. Danks, who had identified her daughter's body at West Suffolk Hospital, said she placed a single pink rose and a small tea light in Lauren's hand so she would not be alone in the dark. She added, Robert and I would return to say goodnight in our pajamas. Once the boys were in bed, Lauren, who worked as a senior beauty therapist, was transported by horse and carriage at her funeral on December 9, 2016, at St. Andrew's Church in Soham. Her favorite, Let It Go, from Disney's Frozen was also played. More Muslim to death then set on fire by Hindu in religious attack in India. Curtis, from Lakenheath, Suffolk, who had consumed 10 pints of beer over 9 hours, admitted causing death by dangerous driving and failing to stop after, or report a road traffic collision at Ipswich Crown Court in June 2017. He was jailed for 7 years and banned from driving for 8.5 years. He had fled the scene despite his Jaguar car losing a wheel and continued to drive for 2 miles. Mrs. Danks was not happy with the length of the jail term he received and wanted the government to look at the way it sentenced reckless drivers. She added, It's a disgustingly light sentence for a man who we then discovered had already served 2 driving bans, for dangerous and drink driving, she said. As far as we're concerned, a car in someone like Curtis's hands is like a loaded gun. More Queen gets adorable cake version of herself and little sailor. More white woman didn't believe black man could be in first class queue.